City lights flicker as she walks alone. Midnight breeze cuts through to the bone.
When HYBE stepped back, Wuga Squad stepped forward. In the dazzling world of K-pop, where fame is fleeting and loyalty is rare, Kim Taehyung, known to millions as V of BTS, has always stood out. But recently, fans have begun to notice something unsettling. Is HYBE, the agency that once nurtured his star, now beginning to drift away? After the release of Layover, an album praised for its artistry and emotional depth, many expected an extended promotional campaign. Yet, the promotions ended quickly. There were few variety show appearances, limited stage performances, and almost no global push. In contrast, other members seem to receive far more consistent agency backing. The silence from HYBE has been loud. But in that silence, something else rang louder: the unwavering support of Wuga Squad. More than friends, Wuga Squad is family. Park Seo-joon, Choi, Woo Shik, Park Hung-sik, and Peak Boy. These aren't just celebrities. They are Taehyung's chosen brothers, his sanctuary from the relentless spotlight. When the industry hesitates to stand behind him, Wuga Squad stands beside him, loudly or quietly, but always faithfully. They were there during In the Soup Friendcation, where Taehyung could finally breathe as Kim Taehyung, not V of BTS. In every small gesture, sharing meals, laughing over childhood games, walking under the stars, they reminded him, "You are enough, just as you are." Emotional shield against a cold industry. In an entertainment world driven by numbers and performance charts, being an artist with a unique vision isn't always welcomed. Taehyung's vintage style, his love for jazz and analog photography, and his slow, soulful storytelling sometimes clash with the fast-paced demands of idol marketing. Yet, Wuga Squad never asked him to change. They didn't care if his album charted #1 or not. They didn't measure his worth in awards. They simply stood by him. No contracts, no conditions, just brotherhood. Fans see everything, and they speak out. Armies aren't blind. They saw the lack of aggressive promotions. They felt the shift. And when the industry stayed quiet, fans turned their voices into a movement. They flooded social media with love for Taehyung. And even more beautiful, they praised Wuga Squad for being his emotional anchor. HYBE may turn away, but Wuga Squad holds him tighter. They don't need to shout support. Every action already speaks volumes. Thank you, Wuga Squad, for being the home he can return to. Cash. The light that never goes out. No one can predict what will happen after military service. French Ralph. Will Taehyung and HYBE reconnect stronger, or will their paths continue to drift apart? But one truth is already clear. Taehyung isn't alone. He never was, and Wuga Squad will never let him be.
City lights flicker as she walks alone. Midnight breeze cuts through to the bone.
Behind the spotlight, Taehyung's quiet struggles and Wuga Squad's silent strength. Fame is a strange thing. It brings applause, flashing cameras, and screaming fans. But behind all the noise, there can be silence, a deep, aching silence that only a few ever truly understand. For Taehyung, the man behind the V persona, that silence may be louder than anyone realizes. Even as he stands at the peak of global stardom, there's a growing feeling among fans. Taehyung may be more alone than he appears. When success feels lonely, Taehyung has millions of fans, countless records broken, and a face recognized worldwide. Yet time and again, his posts hint at something deeper, a longing, a sense of disconnection. Some fans recall his late-night lives where he quietly plays jazz and stares into the camera with no need to speak. Others remember his cryptic Instagram captions, filled with poetry and emotion that many believe are reflections of his inner world. Success isn't always joyful. Sometimes it isolates you, and when you are as different and emotionally open as Taehyung, the world can feel cold, even at the top. HYBE's silence, Wuga Squad's presence. In this coldness, the role of those around him becomes even more important. While fans raise questions about HYBE's inconsistent handling of Taehyung's solo work, one thing remains untouched. Wuga Squad never left his side. They don't post flashy statements. They don't tweet hashtags. They don't need to, because their presence is louder than any press release. Whether it's spending quiet time off camera, encouraging his art, or simply giving him space to breathe, Wuga Squad gives Taehyung what fame cannot: unconditional friendship. The power of being understood. Taehyung is a rare artist, one who doesn't create to please trends, but to express feeling. He paints emotions with melodies, textures, and visuals. But in a world that often demands results over meaning, that kind of vulnerability can be exhausting. That's why Wuga Squad matters so much. They understand him, not as a member of BTS, but as Kim Taehyung. They don't expect him to perform. They don't pressure him to smile. They just let him be. And for someone like Taehyung, that is the greatest gift of all. Private moments, public impact. Fans may never see every moment they share, but we don't need to. Their friendship radiates through the calm confidence Taehyung shows when he's with them. The smiles are deeper, the laughs are louder, the weight on his shoulders seems lighter. In every group photo, every vacation clip, every honest hug, they show us what it means to stand by someone not for their fame, but for their soul. Hope for the future. As Taehyung continues his journey through military service, future albums, and whatever lies beyond, one truth remains: he is not alone. No matter how loud the industry gets, no matter how quiet the agency becomes, his circle of real love is solid. And in that circle stands the Wuga Squad, watching, waiting, and walking beside him. And for the fans watching from around the world, it's a comforting reminder: even stars need a place to rest. Even the strongest need someone to lean on.